My name is Victoria Venters. At least it was until I found out it's really dead of winter. But that's all in the past. A past that has led me to where I am in the present and will undoubtedly lead to my future. I will soon be presented with a present which was pre-sent. A pre-sent present which I will come to resent, being pre-sent and present.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Johnson, for helping me unpack and leading me to my room. Oh, nice. Oh, but I do think I'm going to lie down for a little bit before I start governessing. Oh. What's this?
Who are
you and what are you doing in my room?
I don't have to tell you anything. But this is my house, and I don't want governess.
You can't be David. You're a grown man.
I know you are. But what am I?
If you don't leave my room this instant, I will have to call Mr. Bollins.
What seems to be the problem?
This strange man has been hiding in my room all night, and he left a present, pre-sent under my pillow.
Man? What man? That, Miss Winters, happens to be my young son, David, with whom my sister hired a governess against my wishes and better judgment. But, you are here and on the clock, I believe. So, if you could get started if you don't mind.
But, Father! Must I? I don't feel well today.
You are quite the hearty, aren't you? That is, you are feeling a bit warm. But I think a first short lesson would be all right. And then afterwards, I'll let you play at the old house.
The old house?
Was I stuttering? David prefers his playtime at their old family mansion.
That sounds fascinating. Perhaps we can hold some of our lessons there.
No! That wouldn't be advisable. What with all the books you need for your lessons?
Well, he seems quite capable of carrying books. Especially for a man of his age.
It's out of the question! Those books are not to leave this house. The lessons will be done here and nowhere else.
Of course. Well, of course. Then, once the lesson is done, then I will go with David to the old house.
But I don't want you there! Icky splinters!
Miss Vinters, David prefers to play alone, as I prefer you to stay away from the old house.
The old house?
You heard me? Now, I'll arrange for you to have a tour of the grounds in the morning, but you are to stay away from that place at all times. It's quite dangerous.
Well, it can't be too dangerous if David plays there.
I know all the secret places to fool around. Play, and I won't show you.
What is causing you to behave this way, Your Illness? Thank you, Mrs. Johnson, for showing me around the house. I especially like that portrait over there by the door. Mrs. Foddard, I don't understand why you've brought me here. It's quite obvious that David is a grown man.
Wiki, it's best not to ask questions.
But
Wiki, please. Questions are better left unasked.
Mrs. Foddard...
As a personal favor to me, you understand.
That's just it. I don't understand.
Good. Then it's all settled. Thank you for not understanding. It's best that way. Now, if you please excuse me, I'm quite busy.
Of course. Oh, by the way, have you seen Marilyn?
I believe she went into town to meet Tool at the sperm whale.
The sperm whale?
You're addicted to me. Wanna come, what from my dream?
Tool! Tool! Hello! Why did you take me some time?
Don't worry, Marilyn. How many times have I told you you're the only girl I'm into?
Thousands of times. But you still reciprocate my chance with all these fellows rather than me.
Come on, lighten up. These guys can't hold a candle to you.
Anything to me.
Oh, pardon me, my good man.
How do you know I'm good?
Now, that's something I'd like to find out. Nice meeting you.
Tool. You're not leaving, are you?
I've got people to do and things to see.
Well, I hope to see you around again.
You can count on it, Tool.
I didn't catch your name.
You look like you could use some company.
Thanks, but no thanks.
What's wrong? Am I not amongst your peers? Get it? Peers? That's more like it. Wanna tell me your troubles?
My mother told me to never talk to strangers.
The name's Bevlin. Smirk Bevlin. And you are?
Smirk Bevlin.
Now, you can't be Smirk Bevlin too.
You're the infamous Smirk Bevlin? My mother and Uncle Rodlick would just die if they knew I was talking to Smirk Bevlin.
We've established my name's Smirk Bevlin. Uncle Rodlick. Your uncle is Rodlick Bollins?
Yes! This same man who sent you to prison for manslaughter.
That makes you...
That makes me hot and horny.
Lucky me, you had a fight with your boyfriend. That guy's a real tool.
In every sense of the word.
He was making out with some guy after you left the bar.
He what?
Yeah, going at it hot and heavy, too.
Excuse me, Mr. Bevlin, but I have a tool that needs retooling. Hey, sweet master, back!
Don't you sweet ass me, and wipe that smirk off your face.
Smirk? Smirk Bevlin? He made a pass at me. I didn't even know who he was.
It was Smirk? Smirk is the guy who made out with you?
Guilty as charged.
You're a cat.
You're a jerk, Smirk.
You're
addicted to me. Wanna come, what from my dream?
David! David! David!
very naughty father.
Miss Vinters! What are you doing here after I strictly told you this house is off limits?
But David has been gone for such a long time. And Mrs. Fodder asked me to look for him here.
After I told you explicitly that you were forbade to come to this house?
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your role-playing.
Oh, role-playing? What on earth are you talking about? Miss Vinters, I am punishing my son. Isn't that obvious?
Oh.
Please, Wiki, don't ask any questions.
Of course. What was I thinking? I will be going. I can't apologize enough.
Goodbye, Miss Vinters.
Goodbye, Sticky Center.
Jez and Rodlick would be furious if they found me here.
Let's not talk about them.
What's the fun in talking anyway?
Well, I just wanted to know what the Bollins family was up to since I last saw them.
Oh, well, Uncle Rodlick has his son, David, to boss about, and Mother, she hasn't left the estate in years, won't tell anyone why, won't talk about my missing father, keeps a room under the basement under lock and key. Oh yes, she hired some young woman to act as governess for David. It's all just too much.
Less yapping and more lapping.
What is the meaning of this?
Dank Shadows is an Eden Graham STANCIL production.